We're here today at Willow Springs Raceway. We're going to start a new series where I go and drive people's cars. And what better way to start the series than with my wife's car, the Miata.
This is the Club RF edition. This car comes stock with Brembo brakes. We did upgrade the brakes to Hawk HP Pluses. I believe the rear is still stock. We also replaced the brake fluid and put Motus 600 racing brake fluid. Other than that, the brake system is all stock. We did upgrade the tires. It's on Falcon Zenni's RT660s. These are 215 45 17s. OEM size on this car is a 205 50 17. So we are running a little more grip. I actually run this tire on my Civic, and they're really great tires, super grippy, very consistent. I do get about 4 to 5 track days on these tires, no problems before I have to change them out. Obviously with the daily and going to the track is a little different, so for people that daily these tires, I've seen them, depends on the car, depends on the setup, maybe 1-2 years, before they need to be replaced, but really great tire for the price. The suspension, it is on reaction coilovers, single adjustable coilover, their entry-level setup. Honestly, improved the handling of the car a lot. We don't want to go anything too crazy either because it is my wife's daily, and it also needs to be comfortable for the road as far as, and also when we go to the track. So now let's go to the bed, show you what it's got. Most reliable engine. So this is all stock. There's nothing done to this car. That's all you really need to go to the track. You need something reliable. You need something that you can go out and practice on. Don't worry too much about power mods. Don't worry too much about getting the fastest lap. The only person out there on track, the only person you need to be worried about is yourself. Have a tool that works for you. Make sure it's running right, and that's it. Worry about power mods or anything else later on. That's why this car is, besides it being a daily driver, there's nothing done to this car. You don't have to worry about something you install that might get loose or something. Maybe a check engine light. You don't even know what it is anymore because you modded the car so much. Once you get better, then you can start doing your power mods, or if it's not your daily anymore, that way you still have something to drive around. But yeah, keep it stock for now. All right, and that being said, let's go take it for a shot.
Taking the daily on track. So a little bit of background on my own experience. I've been going to the track for about 5 years or so. About the same time that I've known Fern. And I've been going to the track for about 5 years or so, and the reason why I got into going to the track, well, let's start with what is tracking. A lot of people say I go tracking, I go to the track. For me, tracking is taking your car out to go do safe, and I say safe, high performance driving. It's a high performance driving experience. It's for us car enthusiasts that love our cars and want to start pushing them, getting to the limit of our own cars. And that's what should be important too, is don't compare yourself to someone else's car, their abilities, their times. It's not fair to you to put yourself in that position, because when I started, I would get very depressed. I'm not very depressed, I'm exaggerating, but it would put me down to think that, oh, okay, I came to Streets of Willow, and my first time out, I got a 150. And for those that have gone to Streets, it's not a very fast time. I mean, it's a very beginner time. You don't know. You're not aware of the track. You're not aware of the corners. Everything is so new to you. But it's the same thing with anything. You have to practice. You have to go out. You have to have seat time. You have to do the work to become better. So you can't expect yourself to go out the first time and be like super fast. Like, it's not a game. It's not Gran Turismo 7 where, like, you know, it's not the same. It's everything is different. The feel is different. But this is the same thing whether it's like playing the guitar or trying something new. It's gonna take practice. It's a craft that takes time to practice. The only way you're gonna get better is by putting in the work. That is what tracking means, at least for me, when people say, oh, like, you know, I go to the track. I've been doing it for about 5 years, and I never did it to become like a race car driver. I mean, that's completely different. This is for my own, you know, my own self-improvement, getting to learn a car. And one of the reasons I did it was because I do run Monrovia alignment, and I wanted to go to the track to learn cars, learn how they handle, so that I do wheel alignments at Monrovia alignment. Now let me start all that.
So it is past lunchtime. We're taking a break. We're gonna go get gas because we are less than a quarter left, and we left the shop with a full tank. So one thing that you will notice is that you run out of gas very fast. So far the car has been good. The tires are great. They're awesome. They're doing their job. Unfortunately, they are a little bit bigger than I anticipated, and I thought it wasn't gonna rub, but it's rubbing a little bit on the fender liner. So we can still run it on the track today, but we're gonna fix that later on. But other than that, the car is fine. The car's been doing great. I haven't been able to get set a good hot lap because there's just been too many cars on track. The track is a little bit crowded and busy. You can still practice. You can still go out and maybe try different techniques on a certain sector of the track. You don't necessarily need to get a hot lap in order to get experience, but getting familiar with certain turns that maybe you're having trouble with. Sometimes taking things a little bit slower is good for you too. That way you don't focus too much on speed, but more of getting the correct race line and braking points and hitting the apex correctly. We have a couple more hours to go. This is the time where people start to get tired. So the events go usually from 8 to 5 p.m. But most people start getting really tired after lunch, especially if you're not on the track. If you're gonna be out there to support and not actually track, maybe take something to entertain yourself while you're out there, because honestly, I mean, as fun as tracking is and being out there, it's only so fun just watching. A lot of people do enjoy just watching, but other people would maybe love to be out there and they can't. So I don't know, take a book, take your phone, take an iPad, your Game Boy, your Switch, something, entertain yourself for a while. So yeah, we're going back. We're gonna give it one more chance, one more try, see if I can at least try to hit my PB from last time, but that just depends on the conditions on the track. So for a PB, you probably want to get on the advanced group, but if this is your first track day, you're not going to be
probably not best to jump on the advanced just yet. You want to start at the beginners, do that over several track days, and once you feel comfortable, then you can move up from there. But yeah, let's go one more time. So this is the heart and soul of reaction. This is the reason why our cars handle the way they do.
Most of our cars have his coilovers. The Z will have your coilover soon. They're still in the box. Fern's Miata has those coilovers. My Civic has those coilovers. Your 240 will have those soon. So, really good brand that we push. Best coilover out there. So he makes it all happen.
So, I didn't have to say anything. It was perfect. It's not an 10.
All right, guys. So this concludes today's track day. It was a good track day. There was some good laps that we got in. There was some traffic. It got a little bit better towards the end of the day. I did not get to beat my personal best time in this car, but it's okay. I learned a lot. Every time you come out, you'll learn a lot about the car. You ran into some issues with it rubbing a little bit, which we'll take care of later on. Like I mentioned before, you don't need a crazy race car to go out and have fun. You know, this car is basically stock, just coilovers and tires. We do need brakes because we were having that issue with overheating the brakes a little bit. But that's just me. I have a heavy foot. I like to late brake, so over time, we'll take care of the brakes later for the next track day, and then maybe I'll get a better time next time. But overall, good track day, a lot of good seat time, and yeah, till the next one. So this car is retired for being a track toy for today. So here are your keys. Back to being a daily.